But shit, we're at an hour 15. LeBron, who I've been a LeBron guy for years, and he's just starting to wear me out, man. He does not like not being in the spotlight. And
Yeah.
even when he makes valid points or some stuff, it's just like, dude, shut up. Like, let the guys on the court play.
Yeah.
After they got eliminated by Phoenix, and they were like, "So you're gonna play in the Olympics?" Obviously, he's not gonna play in the Olympics because he's old and hurt. Nah, I'm just gonna gear up with the Toon Squad and with Book. Like, bruh, you just got put out in the playoffs, man. Like, save that for tomorrow morning's tweet. But
This is the perfect way to this is the perfect last subject for this pod. You're right. And we love him. We love what he does off the court. We respect him on the court. But sometimes he's a drama queen. It just is what it is. He can be all. He can be all those things.
I think LeBron is a cornball, but because he's so good at basketball and he's so popular
He gets a
that
pass.
he gets the pass. And like when you're the best at what you do, people go, bruh, he got money, he good. Like, you can't call him corny. Yes, I can. He hangs out with Drake. Drake is one of the biggest cornballs in the game, but he makes good music and he gets a lot of women, so we give him a pass. Like seeing LeBron and Drake at Bronny's like high school games, I'm like, I wonder how many bad jokes they're telling. Like, oh, I would hate
Yeah,
to be.
he has some interesting things that he's passed down to the next generation. A lot of them good. The thing where he gets fouled and he'll roll around for like 8 minutes is something that I hope dies with him. And it's become one of those things where everyone in the arena and everyone on TV is like, all right, he's not hurt. He's just doing this to make sure the foul. He debates every foul call. There's a lot of that stuff where it's like he takes away from his own legacy. The dramatic walk off the court in the middle of the fourth quarter, like that cracks me up.
The
He
worst.
definitely and you mentioned it though. You mentioned the tweet. You kind of mentioned it like subliminally the tweet that he tweeted about how the league should have not started as early as it did because of all the injuries.
Yeah, so fundamentally, I think he's right.
Yeah, sure.
You don't need a 60-day offseason for your two finals contenders. Um, and because of the money and the force majeure, the league had to do what they had to do to protect the players from the owners. LeBron, we don't want to hear that when you get eliminated from the playoffs because I
Yeah.
don't think you say that if you guys aren't hurt. But the thing about the injuries, and I forgot who I got this from, but the percentages aren't different. The problem is
No,
that the faces are.
it's
And you
the
remember that?
names. Yeah.
Yeah, you remember
It's
that
who's
one
getting hurt.
NFL season, the last season that Aaron Rodgers missed. We were talking about an NFL injury problem. And it goes, well, no, no, no. It's just a superstar injury problem this year. And look at LeBron's injury. That was not a wear and tear injury. That was a freak injury.
Yeah.
Kyrie's playoff injury, not a wear and tear injury,
He
a
lands
freak
on
injury.
somebody. It happens.
Kawhi's injury, freak injury. A lot of these injuries are freak injuries. So they happen no matter how healthy, no matter how hurt you are. And
Harden. I mean, he came into the season out of shape. You didn't think his hamstring was going to wear out. Like some of this stuff, like it makes sense at least.
reportedly AD doesn't have a great offseason body routine, which makes
No
sense
kidding.
because his body wears out. He gets naggy injuries. And when you have multiple games back to back to back, fours and fives, now you're not getting the rest you need. So LeBron had a point, but you're only making that point because the superstars are getting hurt. And guess what? The
Yeah.
fans are still enjoying the games, man. I love a lot of what LeBron does. And why do I have to preface this with that? But he has an elitist mindset towards a lot of stuff. And I get it because he is that top 0.01%, both financially and both skill wise at what he does. So when he's making decisions, he's not always making decisions with the interest of the 12th man on the bench. He's making the decisions for Chris Paul, for Kawhi Leonard, for Paul George, for Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's the best I've ever said his name in my life. He
For his legacy, also,
right.
I think so. And let me just say, now that you mentioned that, I typed Antetokounmpo correctly on one shot the other day, and I was hype. I
That's good
was
shit.
fucking hype.
That's good shit right there. Like when he was ready to walk out of the bubble, it's like, bro,
Yeah.
do you know what can happen if y'all walk out of the bubble?
You're not
Financially,
walking out of the bubble. Get out of here.
right?
Like,
Financially, you'll be fine, but it's
well, you almost got the feeling that he was doing that so that someone would say that LeBron almost walked out of the bubble. Like, he wasn't ever going to walk out of the bubble. He just wanted it to be on the record that he was serious that day. I feel like, you know?
yeah, man. And here's why and you made a good point. We shouldn't have to be guys of certain people. We should just call it like we see it, say what we like and say what we don't like. The one thing I really appreciate about Kevin Durant is his authenticity. Um, does he make legacy plays? Yeah, sometimes. But you feel like you could go grab a beer with Kevin Durant right now, and 5 minutes in, y'all are having a good time talking about something. Whereas with LeBron, I don't even know his real personality because KD has a podcast. Is his podcast produced and edited? Yeah, most are. But you still get a real feel for who he is. When he did his whole Bill Simmons run and he was
Yeah.
talking about the blog boys, he was in there hammered and you could tell. And he was talking his shit. Well, the shop is like 50 minutes,
Yeah.
highly produced,
Yeah.
bunch of edits. And you can't even give me your authentic self in a situation that's supposed to be as authentic as it comes. Like, when is LeBron James and Tom Brady in the same barbershop?
We'll say, yeah. um, that'll be
I'm
the
actually gonna
day.
watch the episode though.
Oh, I'm gonna watch it too. It's usually pretty entertaining. And you know what the funny thing is? The antithesis of that is someone that was on the last episode of the shop, Jay-Z. I got nothing but authenticity from that guy. You could tell
Really,
he
I've
was
watched.
exactly you could tell he was exactly who he presented himself as. And so, to be fair to Braun, and I think everyone who is listening knows this, we're like, if LeBron was authentic and he said something off color or a little like the ruffled feathers, he would get a lot of shit for it. So, like, I think there's reasons he's not authentic. It's because he gets so much shit because of who he is.
And
Not to say that means you shouldn't be authentic, but there's a reason.
yeah, and I understand it, and I can't imagine being under the microscope that he's been for so long. So you have to become that way. Just like Tom Brady has just started showing us his real personality now that
Yeah,
he's out of New England, and he just has that fuck you energy because
yeah,
Braun gave us a little bit of fuck you energy a while back. Like, even when he came out and did the China piece, and some of his racial stances have been like, hey, LeBron, that's not the most corporate stance to take. And he's just like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna let y'all know how I feel. Or like when he showed up to the game during the quad season with the wine.
With the wine, yeah, with the
It's like,
wine, yeah,
or even hell, when he had the tequila launch and he's there with Drake, like on an off day. And yeah, we know you don't play to the next night in the evening. You got a whole
yeah.
day off, but you're gonna be sitting here drinking tequila, obviously drinking in front of us during
And you
COVID.
saw Dennis Schroeder reveal that him and LeBron were the only people on the team not to get vaccinated. So LeBron wasn't vaccinated either.
And LeBron said like he wasn't going to speak on his vaccination piece. And based on what I understand from LeBron, he probably doesn't trust the government. I think he's on that side of the house to where like, hey, you're not gonna put this in me. I don't know what this is. It hasn't been tested enough, whatever. But I'll tell everybody I got vaccinated, and I've been pushing through today because I got round 2 this morning, and
Mhm.
it's kicking my ass.
Yeah, no, it was definitely rough for a day.
COVID
We
game,
don't
baby.
have to. Yeah, we don't have to spend too much time on this, but I've gotten a
No,
lot of vaccines in my life, and I didn't think twice about it. So I'm not going to think twice about it now.
I thought twice, but I've had so many, and I was like, bro, whatever. Like I've taken random shots from people, had no idea what was in it. I've bummed cigarettes off people outside of bars. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore, by the way. I've just
Good for
done,
you.
I've done stuff like that, or just asked a random person, hey man, let me hit that black and mild real quick, and it's
Right.
totally unsanitary. It's disgusting. I've waterfalled from too many people to be like, hey, let me now become a germaphobe with whatever's going in my body. I'm like, nah, I put too much filth in my body to do
Right.
that, and it's not killing people at a massive rate, and it'll let me travel and go places. But
Well,
anyways,
that last part mainly.
right. So yeah, we're at an hour and a half, so we're gonna wrap it up. We had draft lottery up there, but I'm not ready enough to, and that's gonna take too long. And it's fucking 12:30, man. Thanks
Yeah.
so much, dog.
Yeah, this is cool, man. I really thought I was going to be more bummed, but the last couple of days, it's been our loss finally soaked in. So good luck. Good luck. Good luck against the Bucks.
All right, man. Appreciate you. And we'll get up sometime before football season and talk because we got each other week 1 this year to kick off the season.
Hell yeah. Maybe we do another video pod at the bachelor party, but we'll see.
Sounds good, man. Let's get it. Oh shit, that's
All
not.
right, Joe.
Let's get it. All right, Big Baby out. See you, man.
All right, Joe.